Well, it is indeed a bit of a Super Tuesday, nothing like the Super Tuesday they have in politics in the United States, but still a very big day for Thailand with the possible, maybe return by the time you're watching this, of Thaksin Shinawatra to Thailand after some 15 years out of the country in self-exile. Will he arrive? Will he be picked up and taken to prison? What's going to happen? And of course, all happening on the same day as Thailand's next Prime Minister is possibly elected. Who will that be? Will Thai be successful with their, I think, 14-party or something coalition? So plenty to cover in politics. We do need to do it up the front of the program, but we've got some other updates and other stories later on in the program as well. But let's get started with this. Bangkok Post reporting Thaksin to face the music. And ex-Premier Thaksin Shinawatra will be taken to the Supreme Court to hear rulings in 3 cases he was convicted of before being sent to serve jail time when he returns today after 15 years of self-imposed exile. His family, thousands of supporters and throngs of journalists will turn up at Don Mueang Airport, where his private jet is scheduled to land at about 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is a bit of a strange time. It says here, Thaksin reportedly flew from Dubai to Singapore on Saturday ahead of Tuesday's trip. So yes, indeed, he was seen on the weekend, photos of his family in Singapore. 9 a.m. is a strange time because assuming that he's flying from Singapore, he'd have to leave at, 7 a.m., have to be probably out of bed at 3 or 4 a.m. Why not sort of get up at 9, have a breakfast, make your way to the airport, maybe take a lunchtime flight and arrive around 2 a.m. Maybe it's got something to do with other events happening today and somebody wanting to steal the media limelight. It is going to be a media circus. The National Police Chief confirmed yesterday Thaksin's planned return before Thaksin himself posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, that tomorrow at 9 a.m, that's today, I request permission to return to live on the same soil and breathe the same air with Thai people. And Judiciary spokesperson said yesterday that Thaksin's expected to arrive at the Supreme Court opposite Don Mueang at 10:30 a.m. to hear the ruling, at which only he and his family members are permitted to be present. So the media are going to rush from the airport and rush to the Supreme Court opposite Don Mueang. Let's have a look where these buildings are. So down there on the Ratanakosin Island near the Grand Palace, you've got the Don Mueang and the Supreme Court. And then a bit further up here, about 2 or 3 kilometres away, you've got Parliament House. So the media, they know exactly where they're going to have to be going today, and it's going to be a rush from one place to another, and then, of course, to Parliament House. More about that soon. And here's a bit of an update, a graphic from BangkokPost.com, and it says the ousted Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra now has 10 out of 12 years to serve in prison from 4 cases that were brought against him. So a bit of a long list of charges there awaiting Thaksin Shinawatra when he arrives today. Interestingly, not really covered in ThaiPBSWorld.com. On their front page, stories about the new coalition, stories about Srettha, stories about the EC, Patongtan confident Srettha will be Prime Minister. Just scrolling down a bit further, there we go. No inmate visits at Bangkok remand prison the day Thaksin returns. That's really the only story. Just scrolling down and then across, no, not really nothing else about Thaksin Shinawatra. So the story almost completely ignored on ThaiPBSWorld.com. We've got another story here from BangkokPost.com. Scholar weighs in on Thaksin return, and an academic believes that the fugitive former PM Thaksin Shinawatra will return to Thailand this morning as part of a move to convince senators to back Thai's prime ministerial candidate during the vote in Parliament this afternoon. Interesting to consider that an academic thinks that Thaksin's arrival would possibly sway some senators' votes, given that just about all those senators would be, fervently anti-Thaksin. And Thaksin, who was overthrown in a military coup in 2006, is widely believed to be the Thai de facto leader. certainly the spiritual leader, and it was his sister, Yingluck Shinawatra, that was the former Prime Minister before she was overthrown by General Prayut's coup back in 2014. And Mr Tanaporn said that Thaksin will have to go to jail and serve time as a political hostage to assure pro-military parties, that's the United Thai Nation Party and the Palang Pracharat Party, that Pheu Thai is ready to work with them. Well, certainly now that they're all in the coalition together, and this is the coalition that's going to front up to Parliament today for a vote, does involve former foes, Pheu Thai, and the older military elite. Then on another matter, Mr Tanaporn went on to say that the Supreme Court will today deliver a ruling on a case involving former protest leader Srettha Thavisin. He was the former leader of the Yellow Shirt movement, which of course was fighting against the Red Shirts. And who was behind the Red Shirt movement? The Pheu Thai Party. He's accused of corruption in a project for the construction of police stations and living quarters while he served as Deputy PM over a decade ago. So again, trying to get him on technicalities, Mr Tanaporn said if the court finds Mr Suthep guilty, he'll be sent to jail, and if any reprieve or amnesty is later offered to Thaksin, Mr Suthep may receive it too, adding that this will spell an end to a political conflict between political foes that's continued for over a decade. Well, it would be seen as some final act in an ugly opera between the red and the yellow shirts. And then a political science lecturer at the Sukhothai Thammasat Open University said that it remains to be seen whether Thaksin will arrive Tuesday morning because the outcome of the PM vote is expected to be known in the afternoon. So although the Parliament will sit at around about 9:30 this morning, there'll be a lot of parliamentary rigmarole and discussions, arguments, debates before voting starts at around about 3 p.m. this afternoon. But Parliament will sit at about the same time that Thaksin is walking off his plane this morning. And he says the political situation will remain uncertain before the vote, and even though Pheu Thai can now forge a coalition with 314 House seats, several senators still question the qualifications of its PM candidate, Srettha Thavisin. Yeah, well, there's 250 senators. They only need about 60 to get Srettha Thavisin over the line. I'm pretty sure Pheu Thai will have those votes locked in before Parliament sits today. Coconuts Bangkok reporting that Pheu Thai announces a 14-party coalition. And, well, there is a very busy table there. A lot of faces. Pheu Thai is going to have to try and keep 13 coalition partners in tow. As I said earlier, some of them, they're former foes. It's going to be fun. And it's final. Pheu Thai announced at a press conference this afternoon, that's yesterday, that it would ally with 13 other political parties joining its coalition, including pro-regime parties like Palang Pracharat and United Thai Nation Party. Weeks after Pheu Thai broke off its coalition with the election-winning and progressive Move Forward Party, the party caused much consternation in early August when it teamed with Phumjai Thai Party, led by Public Health Minister and pro-weed lawmaker Anutin Charnvirakul. And collectively, the coalition has 317 seats in the 500-seat House of Representatives. The magic number today, they'll need to reach 376 votes. And the Pheu Thai leader Cholnan said the coalition parties agreed to treat Pheu Thai's policies as important policies for the new government. They include the digital wallet policy, and just from memory, I think that's a 10,000 baht digital wallet. It's not cash. That'll be given to every Thai who's over the age of 18 years of age. A 600 baht minimum daily wage. Currently, it's around about, on average, around Thailand, about 350 baht. And higher farm prices. Of course, it was those subsidies for farmers, the rice pledging scheme, that got Yingluck Shinawatra's government into trouble back in 2014. And ThaiPBSWorld.com reporting that Srettha says he had to eat his words so Pheu Thai can form a government. And Pheu Thai's prime ministerial candidate, Srettha Thavisin, said yesterday that he had to renege on promises he made during the election campaign, namely that his party would not partner with either Palang Pracharat or United Thai Nation. He said that he made the pledge on the expectation that the Pheu Thai party would win a landslide victory, but it didn't, and the political mathematics have changed as a result. During his press conference held after the meeting with Thai MPs this afternoon, that's yesterday afternoon, the former real estate tycoon said he told them of the need for a government to be set up quickly as possible so its policies can be realised. And he admitted to feeling humiliated. He said, "But we're living in reality. Many people are waiting for the government and for the policies of the party which cannot be implemented without a government led by the Thai party." So the Thai party in bed with their former political foes. Some might call it political expediency. I do have the feeling, though, that after, 3.5 months, the politicians and the people just want a government formed. So that's why I think today will probably go through. Everybody's just over it. And NationThailand.com reporting protests banned outside Parliament for the PM vote. Public gatherings are banned at the Parliament building at Bangkok's Dusit district from yesterday until Thursday. And public gatherings during the parliamentary vote for a new Prime Minister today could affect peace and order in the capital and was issued under Section 7 of the Public Assembly Act. No public gatherings will be permitted within a 50-metre radius of the Parliament buildings. 50 metres isn't that far. I'm sure the protesters will be quite happy to give a 50-metre barrier around the Parliament building. I can absolutely guarantee that there will be protesters there. And MPs and senators are due to begin voting to select a new Prime Minister at 3 p.m. today, the vote scheduled to end at 5:30 p.m. So will we, around 5:30 p.m. today, have a new Prime Minister and therefore a new government in Thailand? We're yet to see. I'll certainly probably do an update later in the day just to keep you up to date, and I'll post on the community section of our YouTube channel and give you a full report tomorrow. Before we head into our next lot of stories, a big thank you to 5 Star Marine. If you want to go on a bespoke VIP charter tour out on any of the islands in Phangar Bay off Phuket, then I can highly recommend 5 Star Marine. Sean and his team have put together a special discount for TNT viewers, and it's somewhere down there in the description of this video. Moving on to our next story today. This is an update on a story from yesterday. An American tourist apologises after viral cannabis smoke stunt on Bangla Road in Phuket. And a 49-year-old American tourist apologised after a video clip of him using a machine to blow cannabis smoke across Bangla Road went viral on social media, leading to intense debate around cannabis and cannabis rules and regulations. And the Patong police chief told Phuket Express that they went to an unidentified hotel near Bangla Road where the man was residing. Police explained to the man that his behaviour was unacceptable in public and the act had shocked many Thai people. And I love this one, hurting the image of family-friendly tourism on Bangla Road. Now, just a very quick bit of advice. Despite what that last sentence says, if you do have a young family of impressionable young people, don't take them down Bangla Road anytime after about 9 p.m. any evening of the week. Take them to Phuket Fantasy or to Siam Niramit, please. Here's some video posted on Phuket Express from their Facebook page and showing this particular gentleman walking around Bangla Road, apparently oblivious to the fact that he might be causing a bit of a menace in public. Not sure if it's all cannabis smoke or whether it's sort of infused with, it's blown up in flames. I better put that out. Perhaps not all cannabis smoke. It might be infused with, those smoke machines they use in stage shows. But that video posted on Phuket Express Facebook page. The man said, "I'm very sorry for what I've done. I did not know the rules. I still love Thailand. I thought cannabis and anything associated with it was fully legal. A lot of people do, but of course it's not." A previous statement made by the president of the Patong Entertainment Business Association claimed that the American foreigner in the video was making content promoting a cannabis shop near the Phuket International Airport, but not on Bangla Road. Well, the man blowing the smoke around has denied that, and of course police will be checking on that in coming days. And this final paragraph in the story: the stunt was widely criticised on Thai social media, with some critics even calling once again for cannabis to be entirely recriminalised and banned. However, moderate critics, including many pro-cannabis activists, said the stunt showed that the laws pending proper regulation of cannabis needed to be passed through Parliament sooner than later, as the current legal status of cannabis made it difficult to enforce rules and regulations. These pro-cannabis activists said banning the plant again was not the answer, and that marijuana just needed thoughtful regulation with feedback from both cannabis shop owners and government officials. So I'm pretty sure it will be a priority for the new government to get some sort of Cannabis Act together before the end of this year, and given the parties that are leading this coalition and the opposition party, we know what they said before the election, so it won't be any surprise when we find out what's going to happen with that new Cannabis Act. On to some other news now, and Facebook in focus. And VanguardNGR.com, I think they're reprinting a Reuters story, says Thailand threatens to sue Facebook over alleged scams. And Thailand's digital minister plans to ask a court to shut down Meta Platform's Facebook in Southeast Asia's second largest economy unless it takes action over scams that have affected more than 200,000 people. He said, "We're asking the court to close Facebook, not allowing it to provide services in Thailand if they let these fake pages scam people." And in a statement, the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society said it had made repeated requests for advertisements it had identified as scams to be taken down by Facebook, but the problem persisted and it would seek court intervention. Meta did not immediately respond to an email seeking comment. And a ministry spokesperson said if there's a lot of wrongdoings, the court could close down pages and accounts, or the court could close the entire platform. And the scams perpetrated on Facebook included luring users to invest in fake companies, faking government bodies like Securities and Exchange Commission, and trading in digital currencies. They can't do business like this. So imagine Facebook being closed down in Thailand. Talk about protests on the streets. It would be a riot if Facebook was closed down. I know it's lost its popularity in some countries, but in Thailand, Facebook is still the number one social media platform. And to this story, Thai police bust biggest sex-for-hire website allegedly run by American Thai couple. And they haven't spent too much time trying to hide the identity of that particular person. And Thai police last Friday announced a successful apprehension of an American Thai couple believed to have been operating what the authorities said was the largest online escort service and sex agency website in Thailand, apparently tailor-made for foreign clientele. The website was ranked first on Google and had nearly 430,000 visits per month. The website was found to have specifically catered to foreign customers, with 80 prostitutes working for the site, covering various locations in Thailand: Bangkok, Pattaya, Phuket, Chiang Mai and Hua Hin. And the website also displayed detailed descriptions of each sex worker, such as their photographs, as well as customer reviews, which appeared to be from English-speaking foreigners giving the sex workers their compliments and recommendations. And the police investigation into the website initially began following reports about certain individuals being inebriated and robbed by sex workers working for this online facility. And subsequently, police stormed a luxury villa, arrested a 48-year-old American national, and he's been identified only as Mr. Brad. And they believe Mr. Brad is the owner of the website, which provided extensive prostitution for hire services. And the authorities emphasised that this illicit activity conducted by foreigners within the kingdom casts the country in an unfavourable perception, thus making its suppression a top priority for Royal Thai Police. And the Royal Thai Police will extend its efforts beyond the borders to bring down the network involved in this unlawful activity while working to enforce the website's closure. In the meantime, the detained couple is charged with prostitution offences, providing services that cater for the desires of others, procuring, enticing or coercing individuals for indecent purposes, and aiding, facilitating or safeguarding the operation of prostitution by others. Well, this goes to the heart of what is legal and illegal when it comes to prostitution in Thailand. But clearly, the Act says that soliciting prostitution is illegal in Thailand. The actual act of paying somebody for sex, not necessarily so. But it's a very grey area, and another one of these acts that's coming up for a vote in Parliament later this year. So we may possibly need a parliament to vote on all these things. That all might happen today. But as we speak, and while you're watching this, Thaksin may be arriving or already arrived. He may already be in jail or not. It's going to be a busy day. I'll give you an update later in the day to keep you informed. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.